channel. Today we are going to be doing a baby tag video. So this video is going to be all about Braylee, as you can already tell. Oh, okay. Say hi. Say hi, camera.
Number one on the list is her full name. And her full name is Braylee Nicole Purdue.
The second question is, what is her date of birth and time she was born? She was born on June 28, 2017 at 11:58 p.m. And a funny story about that, in March of 2016, he predicted she'd be born on the 28th of June, and her due date was actually July 3rd. Yes, July 3rd. And so he predicted it would be June 28th, and I actually had her 2 minutes before June 29th. So that was a pretty good prediction.
Number three is weight and height at birth and now. She weighed 6 pounds 3 ounces, and she was 18 inches long. Now she's 18 pounds 14 ounces and 28 inches long.
Number 4 is her hair and eye color. She has blonde hair and blue eyes, which she both gets from her father and not me, because I have brown eyes and brown hair.
Brown hair.
You have dirty blonde hair. Your roots are very blonde and your hair is brownish, but when you're a baby you have blonde hair. So
Number 5 is, when did she grow out of her newborn diapers and clothes? And that took 2 months.
yeah,
She's a little squirt.
she is very tiny. She was in the 2nd percentile for weight and height for a very long time. Then she went up to 5%. But now she's in 20% for weight and still 5% for height. So she's still tiny for her age, but not as small as she used to be. Number 6 is, did you breastfeed and for how long, and do you have any advice? I breastfed for about 8 months. Advice I would give is to not give up. At the beginning, it is very hard to breastfeed because babies don't always know exactly what they're doing and they have to learn. So for us, it took a good month or 2 to even get like a really good system going. We had to syringe feed her for a little while. So it just, don't give up just because it's not going easy, because as long as you take your time and you learn and you have people that can help you learn, you will do a great job. One thing I do advise is like to get a really good lactation consultant. My pediatrician had one readily available for me, and she helped me tremendously. The last thing I would advise is to just not care what people think, because a lot of people are going to judge you, including your own family members. Just ignore it. You know, you do what you want. This is what's best for your child. Just don't give up. That's the most important piece of advice I have. Do you have any advice?
Freeze your extra milk.
And freeze your extra milk. Basically, freeze all your milk from the beginning, because that's when you get the most, is at the beginning. So then you can use it later on. Question number 7 is, did you co-sleep and for how long? We did co-sleep, sort of, kind of. We did a sidecar crib sort of deal. We took her crib and put it in the corner of the room and then left one side off and then pushed our bed up against it and leveled them out evenly. So she basically was in her own crib, but the side was open to our bed, so I could still like reach her, take care of her. And we did that for almost a year. A little bit before she turned a year old, we put her in her own room, just because I didn't want her to get attached and you know, not want to sleep in her own room. She was still young enough not to really care. So but I do recommend it, especially if you are breastfeeding. It is the best, because you don't even have to like wake up in the middle of the night to feed them. You just feed them while you're sleeping.
Number 8 is, what are your baby must-haves? Our baby must-haves were probably the swing for me, the little rockabye swing. I love that thing. I wish she still fit in it. A pacifier was nice to have.
My baby must-haves were definitely the bouncer. I feel like she lived in that thing when she was really little for like the first 2 months of her life.
Then we discovered the swing.
Well, but the swing, I feel like the bouncer was better because you could take it with you. You could put it anywhere you wanted. If you're going in the kitchen, you could put it in bed. Like some nights she just wouldn't sleep, but if you put her in the bouncer, it vibrated. So you set her in the bouncer and we put it in her crib in the bouncer, and she like slept in that, so that was good. And another one for me is the baby carrier. Whenever she was a baby, a little baby, my favorite carrier was I think I had the boba wrap. Yeah, it was like a stretchy wrap, and it was awesome for the first 3-4 months. It's a stretchy wrap, so once they gain weight, it kind of starts sagging and getting loose, and it's not as easy to carry them in. But when they're younger, like she lived in that thing whenever I needed to do like housework or anything, because they always want to be held when they're little. So that was like the best. And then now the Tula, I still use the Tula, not all the time, but I still use it, and it comes in handy whenever you don't want to take a stroller out somewhere. I definitely say invest in a carrier. You don't have to get a Tula. I mean, they're kind of expensive, but I just do say that the Tula is worth the money if you're willing to pay that, or you can get them used, so it's not so bad. The last thing that we recommend is the cart cover. We don't use it so much anymore just because now she's like getting dirty all the time. She's playing at the park, she's doing everything, so you can't prevent them from germs forever. But when they're really little, I would say under a year, you don't want them to get sick. And one of the probably grossest things in the world that they're going to come in contact with at that young is a cart, because
or a high chair.
Or a high chair. Oh,
Those
yeah.
things are disgusting.
High chairs are worse. I recommend for under 1 at least to go with a cart cover. She was hardly ever sick. I don't even think I think she was like got a cold one time. It was a small cold. It wasn't nothing big. So I don't know if the cart cover helped, but I'm sure it did, because kids are nasty and sick all the time. So she wasn't. So I'm gonna go with the cart cover on that.
Which is another reason why you should breastfeed.
Yes, you should breastfeed, because that way they don't get sick as much, because she wasn't sick. That's a good point. Yours. He's good. He just wanted brownie points. Number 9 is items that you shouldn't have bought. Definitely for me, one thing that I shouldn't have bought was bottles. I found that she would only really take one type of bottle. I would say to wait until you're ready to use bottles, because number 1, you don't even know if you're going to use bottles if you breastfeed. But when you do decide to get bottles, just get like one of a few kinds, because your baby's probably only going to like one kind of bottle. At least she really just liked one kind, and that was the Playtex Venti Air, if you're interested in knowing. And they even have like a breast like nipple that she really liked. They do have variety packs of nipples that you can buy for those bottles, so if you want to try and see which kind your baby likes, that's the best way to find out. That way you don't waste your money. See which one they like the best, and then you can invest your money in, I would say, 5 or plus more bottles, so you don't have to wash them all the time. The other item I would say is a waste of money is shoes. Whenever they're like whenever they're like under 1. I don't know, Braylee started walking like after she was 1, so I would say just wait till your baby starts walking before you buy them shoes, because it's literally such a waste of money, especially the cloth bottom shoes, because I found that I had bought a lot of cloth bottom shoes and her foot is so small that she still fit into the, like, she's in a 4 now, which I don't know if that's normal or not, but I know that whenever she was like when she started walking, she could still wear some of the cloth bottom shoes I had gotten her, but whenever they walk, you don't want them to wear cloth bottom shoes. Like, they get ruined so quick. So I would say, if you're gonna buy shoes at all when they're younger, obviously they're just for show. Don't buy a lot, and then because she didn't even wear the cute ones I got, really, like none of them, like, because it's a waste of time. They kick them off, you lose them. It's just, it's not worth it.
Get to wear them once or twice before they grow out of them.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. But if you do buy shoes, I would just say make sure you don't buy cloth bottom shoes that they're going to wear when they start walking. That's the biggest waste of money. Once they start walking, you want to buy rubber soles or something that's not going to wear down.
Regular shoe.
Yeah, a regular shoe. Preferably tennis shoes. They're the best ones.
Number 10 is, what is her bedtime schedule? Her bedtime is around 9 o'clock, sometimes 9:30. Depends on how tired she is. But she sleeps pretty good. She doesn't usually wake up till about 11 o'clock, which is nice. Gives us a little bit of time to sleep in.
That's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
Bye, guys.
Bye. few times to like have options. Hello, welcome back to our channel.
I just want a thumbnail.
Don't step over stuff yet. He said she would be born on. Ooh. She's 18 pounds, 14 ounces.
Okay.
It's very handy and it's
Oh, we can.
they have like monkeys and elephants and stuff on it. That's pretty much it for this video. That
Subscribe if you want.
subscribe if you have nothing better to do today. You know, it might be worth your time. Might not.
Just depends on how you feel.